So we're going to be working with fractions. Cool. And then can you see it? Is it good? Okay, so with our fractions review, the first thing that we're going to look at is multiplication. And division. And so in this case, we're going to look at our first example. And our first example is going to be 1 over 2 times 3 over 5. And so when it comes to fractions and we're multiplying them, the only thing we need to remember is to multiply straight across. So we're just multiplying. 1 times 3 is just 3. 2 times 5 is just 10. And that's my solution.
2 times 3 is 10.
No, 1 times 3 is 5, and then 2 times 5. This one's a 5, sorry. Cool. Okay, so let's look at the other one. So this is when we're multiplying. So when we're multiplying, you just multiply them straight across. And when we're dividing, let's say we got 2 over 3 divided by 5 over 6. Yeah, perfect. The other way to think about it is copy dot flip. Where we copy the first one, we switch it to multiplication.
And you switch the numbers.
Yep, and then you just flip the other ones. And now this is just a normal multiplication, so we multiply straight across. So 2 multiplied by 6 is 12. 3 multiplied by 5 is 15. And then from here we can notice that they both have a number in common, which is 3. And I'll have to write that one down over here. So they both have a 3 in common, which is just 4 over 5. Any questions so far? Cool. So let's look at our next one. Adding and subtracting fractions. Alright, so let's look at our first example. So 2 over 3 plus 3 over 5. Bless you. Okay, and so from here, we want to make sure that we have the same denominator. So we're going to multiply them by each other. So one way to always do this is you can just multiply them by each other. So I can multiply both of those by the 5, or I can multiply the other ones by the 3. The reason why we do this is so that we get the same LCD. Which means lowest common denominator. And now that they're both the same, I can combine them. So 19 over 15.
You don't make it smaller?
So,
You don't make it smaller?
in this case, not necessarily because it's 19, so nothing goes into 19. But yeah, you can make it smaller if they have something in common. For example, let's see, 4 over 3 plus 2 over 4. So same thing, we want the same denominator. So we can multiply them by each other, or we can find the number that they both have in common. So 16 over 12 plus 6 over 12. I got 22 over 12. And this is the point where I can actually simplify it like we said. So 11 over 6. So try this one. Alright, so let's try this. So there's two different ways to do this. Can I make this 2 into a 4? Yep, so I can just multiply by 2. The negative 9 over 4 plus 6 over 4. Negative 9 plus 6 is negative 3 over 4. And that's my answer. The other way to do it is we just do what we've been doing. We multiply them to each other, so multiply both of those by 2. Multiply both of those by 4. Negative 18 over 8 plus 12 over 8. That gives me negative 6 over 8. And so now I just need to simplify it. So divide it by 2. negative 3 over 4. So neither one will work. Cool. That's pretty much it for this.